Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Today we're in the J35XS, which is I was going to say the highest rank premium for Sweden, but not anymore, I guess. This is the rank 7 premium for the Swedish tree. It allows you to grind out everything as of right now in the tree, so it is pretty cool. This plane is a very mixed bag. Your flight performance is, you go fast, you bleed your speed incredibly quickly, but you do pull a lot of AOA. You don't want to do that very often. You kind of want to hold your speed a little bit in this thing. But in saying that, you do get 6 9Js, 12 flares, the weird-ass 30 mil, and you can see 9.3s. There's an F-104. I wonder if this guy's going to be flareless, because if so, I can just sort of slide up behind him and completely dunk on him with a missile that he has largely no way of dodging. Okay, well, he just sort of did that. That's valid. I think these Harriers are bombing. I'm just going to try and slide behind them a little bit and see if we can... See if he doesn't flare that. If not, he will be dying to it. I think his friend might have flared. Nope. His friend did not flare it for him. He was not paying attention either. But yeah, you see stuff like F-100s in this. Which is... I feel like I shouldn't have to say, but it's extremely, extremely unbalanced because of a lot of the heavily compressed changes that Gaijin has been making. Yeah, your opponents in this plane, a lot of the times, just won't really have many ways to deal with your missiles if you get down-tiered. So in down-tier games like this, you don't really want to try and dogfight people. You just want to hold your speed as much as you can. And especially pick out the flareless guys, like this poor F-105D here. 0 countermeasures, unless he's going to try and use rockets to decoy it. He's essentially just fucked himself here. Just like that. And the only way he's done that is by queuing into the game. So, you know. It's a little bit unbalanced. Well, it's quite unbalanced, actually, but that's just sort of the compression matchmaker. A lot of the planes with very strong IR missiles at these BRs don't really have much of a way of positioning themselves to get the shots on flareless planes, or on like the Harriers, for example, the Jaguars, stuff like that. Like, they have 9Gs, but they're not really quick enough to actually be able to just chill up here like this and be able to fire missiles down at people who aren't really either paying attention or don't have the flares to really deal with them. And because of that, this thing is a fucking menace at the BR. This guy is Sora. He is fled it correctly. I'm sorry, my throat's kind of sore today. There is a Yak-38 here. This guy also doesn't have flares. He also has nowhere near as good flight performance as us. He's probably going to try and pull in so he doesn't get the 9J. He's not quick enough to do so, and he's trying to break off now. He's probably just going to try and go for the Mirage. Either way, he can't really do anything as long as we fire it within about 2 kilometers. Yeah, he's probably just dead to that. Once again, there's literally nothing he could have done there. Like, he could have tried to pull into us and maybe taken us vertical, but then at the same time, we also just have so much better energy performance than him. He really was just sort of fucked over by just queuing into the game. It's a very, very stupid plane in a down tier. I hope I've got that point across by now. Yeah, that was 3 extraordinarily free kills. That took quite literally 0 effort. All I did was just hold my speed, sit high up, fire the things who I knew were flareless, and they largely couldn't do anything about it. So that's how you want to play this thing in down tiers. So we are in a full up tier now. I'm gonna essentially pull the same thing, try and stay fast as much as I can. If you turn in on people and bleed a lot of speed, now people will have the missiles to essentially, you know, punish you quite heavily for that. There is also a lot of things with pretty scary radar missiles, like the Mirage and the Phantoms up there, who I am going to try and avoid because, you know, I have no chaff, basically. And I don't want to get my ass clapped because of that from trying to play overly aggressive against them. So I'm going to sit a bit lower at the start of the game than I usually would. This SU-25 is paying attention and he is flaring. The SU-25 does run really hot, so if I get pretty close, I might be able to try and sneak a 9J through his flares. I'm saying that because the gun on this thing is a pain in the ass to use, especially in, like, these bizarre close range fights. Okay, I guess not. We just sort of click on him there, he dies. Oh no, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you at all. Please leave me alone. MiG-21 barely dodges that PL-5B. I am just going to leave. I would help him, but I really... J7Es will rock your shit completely. Like, it's probably the single best plane you could possibly have in this match. Hello, nice spawning system, Gaijin. Probably is the single best plane that you could have in a game like this. I don't really want to have a lot of you guys behind me because I have limited flares, so this is a bit of a rocky position because there are going to be a lot of IR missile shot at me. Okay, you do pop them single now. That's good. Back when I played it before, they were double pops. So at least you get the full 12 pops now and not just 6. But this J7D looks like he really wants me. I'm going to try and drag him away from his team a little bit so I can actually 1v1 him in peace and not immediately get third-partied. As soon as I say that, like, half a million of them spawn to my right. I'm going to pull him over here, though, because if I am going to be forced to take this dogfight, I don't want to take it around his team, although it looks like a lot of them are going to be, you know, just 180ing for me anyways. That's cool. Cool, I guess. Yeah, PL5Bs are going to be kind of terrifying from this close in. I'm going to try and pull a reversal here. It's probably not going to work, because this guy seems somewhat smart. But you are a big kite, you do bleed speed a lot, and he is a GSH-23, which is not the most competent gun to hit shots with. Although in saying that, now I have to try and hit a shot with this shipwreck. Nope. I'm just dead here. As you can see, I've got slow, now I'm an extremely easy target for anyone who wants to come get me. It looks like I did manage to pull him away far enough, but then that Mirage is looking very scary. Oh, I'm very dead here. I'm very, very dead here. I can flare that, fortunately. The Mirage is coming in. He barely whiffs his shot. J7D is coming back for round 2 once again. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we do unfortunately get punished there just because, dear God, I didn't even realize what happened to my team. Alright, we do have another full up tier here, so I gotta hope my team is a little bit more competent than the last one. We do have a handful of F4Es, which does give me confidence. I just gotta hope they play well. This Mirage doesn't look like he's the most aware. Okay, well that's... Yeah, I mean, he wasn't. Mirage is getting blanketed by IR missiles. I think he has some sort of wing or engine damage, so I am going to be catching him here along with the horde of teammates. Okay, he just goes down. There we go. That was the last guy. Was a bit of an unfortunate game. We couldn't really get anything done. Basically just peak compression matchmaker. If you get put in a down tier, you're basically one of the best players in the lobby and can sort of, like, drop kick a bunch of children with more or less impunity as long as you hold your speed and play it correctly. And then in up tiers, you're just sort of pushed around by a lot of the things with the big scary radar missiles and much better flight performance than you. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. This BR is not really the most fun to play anymore because of that. There's a lot of, realistically, like 10-3 and up is all just extremely compressed, quite bad, except for like maybe 11-3. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's War Thunder, I guess. Either way, hope you enjoyed, hope you got something out of this. I'm going to stop my yapping there, and I will see you tomorrow with another video, so see ya.